Working in right now. Enjoy it while it's here. It's going to be a story where we see clouds fill in a bit as we go through the day. And with that clearing overnight, that has allowed temperatures to drop down pretty well. We're starting off in the upper 20s, which is really not too far from the average for this time of year for where we should be. But we just aren't going to get up to the average high for this time of year. We're going to see a few clouds build in. That's going to slow down that rate of increase in temperatures today. We'll be in the upper 30s today. Longer term, we do warm up by quite a bit. I think tomorrow probably add another 10 degrees or so, 48 then. Likely in the 60s into Friday, Saturday as well. Maybe a shower later Saturday and could get into a little more rain as we head into Sunday. So I think longer term, we do see temperatures hold mostly in the 60s. And temperatures do cool down very gradually as we get into next week. But there is a hope that we may warm up again as we head deeper into next week. So overall, really not looking too bad for us for a lot of these upcoming days. It's kind of cool today, but we start to take care of that over the next couple afternoons, guys.
Yeah. Marty, it would be ideal if we could just stick with these above average temperatures after the winter that we've had. What?
Yes.
Sorry, I fixed it.
Okay. Well, it would be awesome. I feel like winter was pretty brutal this year.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
It just stayed cold for a while. That was the biggest problem, I think.
It was, and so, listen, I think all the more reason to celebrate when these nicer temperatures arrive. We're really going to like it, and again, we're going to be out there this Saturday partying hard.
Yeah, and it looks nice. It's going to be in the 60s, so that's some good news there for Saturday.
Yeah, good news. All right, thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right, let's get to Off the Top this morning. We'll kick off some stories that have piqued our interest this Wednesday morning. I will start things off today, and it's a story that brings me absolutely no joy to talk about.
I know.
Especially because it is, in fact, National Girl Scout Day.
It is?
It is. Yes. Unfortunately, it is National Girl Scout Day. The question is, what is in these Girl Scout cookies? A lot of people say they're so delicious. What do they put in them?
Happiness and joy?
Apparently not so. A new class action lawsuit has been filed against the Girl Scouts of the USA and their cookie manufacturers, claiming the presence of harmful heavy metals and pesticides in their products. Kind of not great for everybody who purchases
A real
them.
Debbie Downer.
Yeah, so this lawsuit was initially filed by Amy Mayo in Brooklyn. She filed this through federal court and is claiming that there were at least 4 heavy metals detected in an assortment of Girl Scout cookies: aluminum, arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury. So those, they're claiming, are all included in the Girl Scout cookies. Can obviously cause a lot of harm to health, to the environment, so on and so forth. Now, I just want to be totally transparent here. The study was conducted. They claim 100% of the cookies tested had these toxins. However, only 25 cookies sold in 3 states were part of this test experiment. So keep that in mind. The woman that filed the suit, Amy Mayo, says she bought several Girl Scout products like Adventurefuls, the peanut butter patties, and caramel delights. She said that she thought that they were quality. She thought that they were safe. She was buying them from the Girl Scouts. Apparently not so. In response, the Girl Scouts of the USA have stated trace amounts of such substances are common in many foods because of environmental factors, and they are not considered a safety concern. They emphasize that all of their cookies meet established food safety standards. You look concerned and upset.
Well, something you said, she bought them, she was confident that they were fine and that there was nothing wrong with them. Then why did she have them studied and tested?
That's a great question.
I feel like you're going for something. You're looking for something.
See, I don't know all of the details of this story because, unfortunately, I'm not in contact with Amy Mayo, who filed the lawsuit.
Yeah.
However, it would not surprise me if she found the study on her own. So this wasn't published in like a peer-reviewed journal. This wasn't like necessarily a big study done by
25 cookies.
Yeah, it was a relatively small study done. It would not surprise me if she stumbled upon it and then thought, oh, I purchased these cookies. Now I'm going to press charges. I don't imagine that she bought them and thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to get my money from the Girl Scouts by seeing what I can see. So either way, the lawsuit seeking over $5 million in damages, alleging violations of New York's consumer protection laws. Folks on social media have some mixed reviews here. Salty Army says, this is so bad. How can I get 4 boxes of those peanut butter ones? So bad. Brandon says, let's see. I've Windexed snacks people bring over and leave just to keep myself from eating them. Are we sure Thin Mints didn't require someone to escalate this practice? Do you ever do that? Do you ever like pour like clean supplies on the stuff so you don't eat it?
I may have. I may be one of those garbage eaters.
What? No, you
I
are
might
not.
have eaten stuff out of the trash. Get off my back. That's not what this is about.
Let's break that down during the break. Somebody said, you're telling me they're not made from real Girl Scouts? What is that, from Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice the musical, I think?
think so.
I think, yeah. Do we have any more? Oh, yeah. This person said, those cookies are nasty. You can literally find similar cookies like this in stores.
Okay, hold on, MB, SM, MMB. Those cookies are not nasty. That attitude is nasty.
Not great.
Those cookies are delicious. Listen, whatever's in them.
Arsenic, aluminum, lead, mercury.
Once a year, it hasn't hurt me. I'm just saying. Do we have the Girl Scouts response? Because they said that they're up to FDA standards.
Yeah, I already said that. Yeah, they've stated trace amounts of the substances are common in many foods because of environmental factors, not considered a safety concern. Here's the thing. I'm still going to eat them.
Yeah.
I ordered them.
Yeah, I'm not going to not eat them.
No.
And I'm still going to order them next year, too.
Yeah. Also, you know what? This is not the first time that this has happened. So many food companies. I've got Lindt chocolate here. Consumers filing a class action lawsuit claiming the company misled them by marketing products as expertly crafted with the finest ingredients while containing harmful levels of lead and cadmium. Yeah, so there was that. And then there was also a baby food class action lawsuit that did not disclose the presence of arsenic. That one.
The same people who file these lawsuits then are driving through McDonald's and eating that kind of stuff, too. I'm just putting that out there. It's very hypocritical to see the other side of this coin more often than not. I'm just saying it. Come at me. I don't respond to comments. Okay.
So, we're still eating them. That's the general consensus. Okay, great.
Yeah, and
awesome.
Listen, if they bring back the
what was
s'mores,
Yep.
I'll order double.
Didn't you eat those off the floor?
Sure did.
Yeah, see, it's not going to kill you.
Full sleeve,
You'll be
right
all right.
on the newsroom floor.
If you're watching this at home and thinking, I'm getting rid of my Girl Scout cookies, you could just drop them off
4225 West Henrietta Road.
We'll take one for
where
the
you want to
team.
bring them.
Yeah.
All right, my story here.
Yeah.
This one, really interesting, also really creepy. Ashley does not like this story one bit.
Oh,
Producer
hold on.
Ashley.
Hold on, Producer Ashley, I forgot to tell you, I don't know if you knew this, I had to switch out my IFB pack. I'm on green now. Okay, thank you.
She's on green.
I knew she was talking, I just couldn't hear. All right, go on.
Okay, so Ashley doesn't like it because these two people, they're not people. They're computers. Can we play the video?
Hi there. I'm Victoria, one of the Arizona Supreme Court's new AI reporters.
Yeah, Arizona's state Supreme Court has approved AI court reporters. That's Daniel, the one you saw before is Victoria. There are currently 2. The court approved this and hopes that it broadens transparency within the state's judicial system. Now, what Arizona's state Supreme Court does is when there are any sort of rulings, decisions made, court cases filed, they often and publish their own videos about these decisions, about these rulings, and they say it's just too time-consuming to keep up with all of the material they have. So they opted to use these AI-generated court reporters to do that job for them. Now, that's the story. But I think the bigger part of the story is some of the questions surrounding this. Mm-hmm. Does replacing human court reporters with AI avatars risk diminishing public trust in the judicial system? How do you guarantee no bias? How? That requires a human touch. You could argue that. So people want to know what safeguards are in place to prevent that. Could the use of AI in court reporting set legal precedents for AI in the judicial system? How big do we go with this? Do we see this at the federal level, or does it remain at the state level? A lot of lingering questions. But again, I want to go back to what I said at the very beginning, that producer Ashley really doesn't like this story because she thinks these people could be real people.
Oh.
I've seen those people.
She said she's seen these people in public, at the gym,
no
on the
way they don't
street, in the
exist.
grocery store. I said, no. They said, give this one almond-shaped brown eyes, give this one a goatee, give this one longer hair, and we want it this color. That's how it's done.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I hate it.
You
I hate
do?
it
Why?
So much. Well, okay, so when I originally started being a journalist, all I wanted to do was court reporting. That's all I wanted to do. Obviously, that changed significantly. I think that court reporting is so essential for a community. We don't have enough of them nowadays. We don't have people that are just dedicated to spending all day in court. This, to me, it seems like they are spending time on the wrong things. Think about all of the red tape when you're trying to get into court. Can you bring the camera? Can you not bring the camera? Can you have your cell phone? Are you allowed to take notes? Are you allowed to record audio? Are you allowed to post on social media? We only find out at the last minute, right? We find out like an hour before you're going to court whether or not you can do X, Y, and Z. Instead, they're doing this. I don't know. To me, it's like, you know, you're going to tell us that we can't bring our cameras in. You're going to tell us we can't bring our phones in to take notes. But we're just supposed to rely on this?
That's fair. But I want to go back to your first point, that there aren't enough court reporters.
Yeah.
Does this help solve that?
No.
Why not?
Because how do we know that they're actually reporters? Like you said when we first started, we're just trusting it.
I'm just asking questions here, lady.
Sorry, I'm not accusing you. I'm just
Don't attack.
I'm not
don't
attacking.
shoot the messenger.
I'm not. I'm
Uh-uh.
not attacking.
But it seems like it could help with that issue.
Okay.
Maybe we don't replace all court reporters. Maybe this is to help up the ante, to help them at their job, because they're not going to, you can't put 5 people in 10 rooms. So if you can feed information to a computer and get an equal result, is that wrong? And then, here's the moral question. When you erase the hard drive, what happens to their soul?
I don't know.
I'm just asking here.
I don't know. Nicole and Daniel.
I feel like we're living in the Matrix a little bit.
That's how I feel too. I don't like it. I don't like that they look like people.
Here's the one thing. Play the video one more time, but when you watch the video this go around, watch their mouth and listen to the words. That's how you know it's not a real person.
Hi there. I'm Victoria, one of the Arizona Supreme Court's new AI reporters.
Yeah, she doesn't sound real.
Okay.
And it's out of sync, which honestly I prefer if they're going to do this. I want to know that this is an AI court reporter.
Okay.
I want that disclosed from the gate.
Okay.
Again, give it a shot. Let's see how it works. Why not?
I guess why not?
It's Arizona. It's 3/4 of the way across the country.
Blame Chris Lopez.
Chris
I don't know
Lopez.
why, but
it's all Chris Lopez's fault. Hey, stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we are going live to our own AI, Chris Lopez, who's learning Irish jigs this morning.
Yeah, don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. Stream us live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. We're back on the other side of the commercial break. welcome back. We're counting down to St. Patrick's Day, and there is plenty of Irish food and drink and dance to help you finish it.
To
for me,
put
Dan.
you in a
There we
festive
go.
mood. Chris Lopez couldn't wait until the weekend, so he started drinking yesterday. Hasn't quit yet. He's now this morning trying to dance, and he's falling over. Chris Lopez live at the Academy of Irish Dance in
knows it's
Rochester
true.
this morning. Yeah, he's laughing because it's true. He walks in this morning. I see him in the hallway.
I don't know what's
You're in the
true or
makeup
what.
room. I walk past him in the hallway, and I'm like, "Morning, Lopez." And he looks at me, and he's like, "Morning." And he's got a big smile on his face. And I said, "How's it going?" And he's like, "I'm tired." And all I could think to myself was, "You look it."
Oh my gosh!
Thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. Look at my eyes, man. I'm tired this morning. Yeah, I wake up at 2:45. That's neither here nor there. It's about the ladies here at the Rochester Academy of Irish Dance. And we're going to be chatting with them on this segment here about experiences, performances. You guys, this is a hefty workload this week, though, for you guys. How many performances, how many times you guys going to hit the stage, roughly? This is an open conference right now. Anyone can answer.
Like 60.
60 times. And you say, I want to point you out, you say you don't get nervous at all.
No.
You got ice in your veins. Why? How?
I don't know. I just don't feel nerves.
And does this help you when you get on stage?
Yeah, because then I feel more confident.
Okay. Then everyone else, I assume, gets nervous. They feel nerves. They have blood running through their veins and not ice. When it comes to the performances, which performance is going to be the Super Bowl championship, or are they all very important? Worlds.
The Worlds competition is the biggest competition. It's usually overseas. You have to qualify to go, and it's the best dancers that qualify to go compete for the World Championships.
How rigorous is it to get to Worlds? Anyone can answer. Yeah, like what are we looking at in terms of competition? We were talking about crazy competitive stories. Yeah. Are girls, is this sport a catty sport? You guys told me, and don't hold back, you said that girls are nice to you when they're talking to you behind stage, and that when it comes to getting on stage, it's not that way. Can we have some examples? Please, no names. Don't worry about naming schools, girls' names, anything like that. But can we have a story at all?
I have a story.
Okay.
Last year at the Rochester, I was really excited to do my soft shoe because I won that round the previous year. I talked with the girl backstage. She said, "Oh, I go to the left and I go to the right." She told me what directions. We got on stage. She was like this. Sorry, Elena. The entire time, almost pushed me off the stage, and it was a little upsetting to say the least.
And to put that in context, I thought that they hopped on stage and just did a dance. They told me there is someone else from another school competing against them, and the stage is not equally spread apart. You guys can run into each other, kick each other. They showed me a few videos of that. This week, though, are you guys most excited for St. Patty's Day or something before that?
I think the parade. We all get really excited for the parade on Saturday.
So, because you get to dance in front of people at nursing homes and other places.
like that.
Yeah.
And it's just because I don't know.
How long have you been dancing?
6 years.
6 years. How much do you enjoy it on a 1 to 10?
A 10.
10? Not just saying that? Okay. Who's the best dancer here? I know there's someone that's the best dancer here. No one would tell me when I first got here, but I know you guys know. Oh, the world qualifier. How does it take? How long? What kind of dedication does it take to get to that level? You guys tell me about strength and conditioning, running in your off time.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. I work with my own trainer, even outside of dance as well. It's a lot of time and effort that goes into it, and it's so competitive to the point where you can qualify for years and years and think you danced really good one day, and then you just didn't qualify that day at the competition, and then it's over.
And
you don't get to go to Worlds then.
And you two are holding beautiful dresses right here, and these are not inexpensive at all. What are we talking about when it comes to cost-wise, when it comes to these?
A used one is probably 1,000 to 2,000, but to get a new one that's custom, it's probably 3,000.
And these are heavy too. I was picked them up. These are very heavy. When it comes to these dresses, though, what's your favorite part of them?
I feel like there's just so many, so every dress is like one of a kind and unique. You can customize it to how you want it to look. You can pick out the colors, and it's just very like nice to have like your own dress, and people will know you by your dress that you have also. So you just shine on stage. So
Can I don the wig real quick? Next hit, I'm gonna be learning how to dance with this bad boy. They told me that this would help. Back to you in studio.
Chris, you look like Annie. Can you start belting tomorrow?
No. No, I can't.
I like it.
It does look good. You should grow
Yeah.
your hair out.
Who's the guy with the saxophone?
That flow, that looks good.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh,
I like that.
look at that.
Wow. Very handsome.
Those wigs are expensive. Be careful
Yeah.
with that thing.
Oh, that's true. That's true. My bad. They're expensive? The wigs? Did I just jack this up?
No, it's fine. That one's a used one. It's okay.
Okay. All right. There we go. Use one. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Check it out. Check it out.
I love it.
It looks good, Lopez. Looks good.
Really, really
Thank you,
good.
sir.
Really good. Yeah, wear that.
The things that we force them to do.
I know.
Yeah, it's worth
He
it.
loves it though.
I
Come
know he
on.
does. I know he
He comes in
does.
with that big smile on his face.
It is. It is. He's a good guy. Hey, stick around. When we come back, we're going to be joined by meteorologist Mark McLean with a check of those temperatures because they are rising again.
He could use that wig too. We're back.
Oh my gosh, Chris, bring that wig back. Mark needs it.
Welcome back. Meteorologist Mark McLean is here with a look at the forecast and something fun that you're trying.
Yeah.
Weather trivia.
Let's take a look. The topics have been warm air. We've talked about some snow. We've got the big anniversary coming up tomorrow of the blizzard of March 1993. So we're going to talk about that a little tomorrow. So kind of in that theme, here's the question. I'll post this up on the socials as well. What is Rochester's snowiest March on record? And here's for the selections. You can go with A, is it 54 inches of snow? B, 47 inches of snow. C, 40 inches of snow. Or D, 35 inches of snow. Any guesses? Are you going to save your guesses?
I'm going to save my guess, but I've got a guess. I'll give you my guess before you give the answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
At 9.
Okay, and we'll take a peek at that, and then forecast-wise, the forecast has been one of just bouncing temperatures. I mean, this thing has been all over the place. So we can take a look at some of the graphics there. March temperature, 4 degrees above normal. Look at that 36 average. It's moving up the rankings in terms of warmest on record. We've had about 150 years of record keeping for reference for that bottom number. But today, you see the blue square on there for our Wednesday. Today is going to be the outlier of the bunch. I think the warming trend is going to go for about 7 to 10 days. And we've had some big
Wow.
Look at this big drop. We go from 65 yesterday, so far today, at the high temperature, the coldest of the week. We may squeak by there Saturday and Friday, but we're forecasting 38 for that high today. So it's heavy jacket weather this morning. Temps in the 20s across the Mesonet this morning. 26 in New York, 24 the cold spot down there in Warsaw. But hey, here's the trend. The average is 42. Look at Friday.
Amazing.
I
won't
know.
be here. I'm not coming into work.
I will.
I'm already sick on Friday.
Okay. I don't know
Sorry.
who's going to be here because I'm not going to be here either. 66 on Friday, and he's getting into all of our graphics now.
Look
This guy,
at him.
He's taken over the whole system. Breezy, warmer, small risk of a shower in the afternoon. That breeze out of the southwest.
Got moves.
He does. What? He's got this like left to right thing that kicks in here too in a second. We'll see him again in the 9 o'clock hour if he gets into that St. Pat's forecast. But better chance of rain Sunday, temps in the 60s. It's going to be a mild weekend for this time of the year, and it just kind of keeps on going. This is next week. We're looking at temperatures by next Wednesday, and we could be into the 60s, possibly near 70 again by the middle of next week. So, for the mild air, this trend kind of continues. But forecast-wise today, plan it out for you. Upper 30s. We'll be back in the low 30s late tonight with clouds on the increase in that 7-day forecast for you. Again, with that warm up in the weekend, we'll cool it off early next week, but kind of plan on that warming trend into the middle of next week.
Mark, now March has been hit or miss.
Yeah.
We've had marches where we've had the parade canceled.
Yes.
Because of snowfall.
Yeah, moved.
All over the place.
Yep.
What's like the snowiest March we've seen?
The snowiest March, that answer is going to come up in the weather trivia.
I was trying to get that answer.
Good.
You
Trying to
got
get that
on the
answer.
tip of my tongue, and I'm like, what am I doing? But we've got some more goodies coming up here too. We've got the total lunar eclipse Friday morning.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about that at 9 o'clock. Of course, the parade forecast we'll have at 9 o'clock too for everybody heading on down. The 13 Wham team is going to be down there having some fun with you on Friday, and we'll check it.
Yeah,
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think so.
absolutely.
It will.
Yeah.
The people last year, they are the people in the crowd are the ones that make the parade.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a bunch of schmucks
We're just
walking down the
taking
middle of a street.
stroll.
They were bead crazy.
Oh my goodness!
We ran
right?
out of beads.
Yeah, and
We did.
Here's the thing. I mean, I've done parades before where it's
Yeah.
like super uncomfortable. This one, so much fun.
know.
Everybody's excited. Everybody's having a good time.
I think it's because it's the unofficial death of winter too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and if you get a sunny, warm day, it just feels like spring is here. Technically, it's not until next week, but
8 days, 15 hours.
Exactly. So it'll be a little bit before that, but kind of celebrating. And for everybody that loves winter, hey, you had a winter. I mean, you were able to do your stuff and have your thing, and now it's time to kind of turn the page.
Turn the page and celebrate. Thank
right.
you, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, stick around. So much more to get to right here on Arc Rochester.
We're back after this.
sticking with us, 8:34 here on ARC Rochester. We want to start this half hour out by heading into the kitchen.
Yeah, it's time for this week's Spatchcock Funk. We're going to check in to see what they're whipping up for us this morning.
Today's edition of Spatchcock Funk is sponsored by Wisconsin Cheese.
Spatchcock Funk here, and we have a big thank you to our friends and sponsors, Wisconsin Cheese. They make intense cheese, intense flavors, and intense love for it, and we got that too. We are making stuffed artichoke with the Wisconsin cheese. So anytime you're in Tops, Wegmans, any store you see the Proudly Wisconsin label on it, then you know you're getting the real deal. Man, they've been making cheese since Abe Lincoln was in short pants, y'all, since the 1860s. Artichokes. This is the other star of the day. See where the stem is? And cut the stem off so it can lay flat. Next, what we're gonna do is take off some of the brown ones that come off to the bottom, get rid of those. Take a pair of scissors and cut off some of the points because we wanna make sure no one gets their fingers pointy. Then cut off about the top third of it. With your hands, start opening it up. But in the middle, we gotta get the thistles out, right? So you can use a knife sometimes. What we start with is we take a pair of pliers and we just go in there and we grab and we start pulling stuff out. We've got a couple cups of water in a bowl. We're gonna take in the juice of one fresh lemon, all the juice of one lemon, mix it in there. Now we got a lemon water bath. Take your artichokes upside down and we're gonna let them sit in this bath while we make the rest of our stuffing. We're giving you a master class on a great appetizer. It's fun to make. But the Master Cheesemaking Program in Wisconsin, that's where it's at, y'all. That's why they have the best cheesemakers in the world. And we want to make a stuffing worthy of that title. The stuffing starts out with a cup of Italian breadcrumbs. Then we got half a cup of white wine. We use a little Pinot Grigio in here. Then we have some of this incredible Stella Parmesan. It's aged for 10 months. We use the cheese grater on it, and it is just unreal. Then, this is caramelized onion jack cheese by Boar's Head. Grated and chunky. We're gonna add in 3 cloves of minced garlic, salt and pepper to taste, about a 1/4 teaspoon each, and then a little more than a tablespoon of olive oil. We're gonna mix this up so it gets all evenly broken down. Now it's time to get stuffing. Got a greased casserole dish, and take your stuffing and just get to really putting, the center's gotta be big because we're gonna scoop out of there and then out of the sides. Jam those in there too. The finished part of it, we're gonna take some extra virgin olive oil and drizzle them over the top of each of it. Then some salt and pepper over each one. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees and we're gonna cover this with tin foil and put it in for a half hour covered in tin foil. Then after a half hour, take the tin foil off, another 20 minutes or so. It takes 15 years to be a master cheesemaker in the Badger State, but this bechamel sauce, cheesy goodness, takes about 15 minutes. And it starts out with 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Keep stirring the flour until you get this nice blonde consistency and it's evenly distributed so you don't see any more butter laying around. We've got 2 cups of warm milk. You can microwave it for 20 seconds or heat up on the stove, but we're gonna slowly stir this in, slowly, 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 and keep cooking it on low for about 15 minutes. We had a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. We got a 1/2 teaspoon of fine kosher salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground dry mustard. Now, this is a cheese sauce, baby, because we're celebrating Wisconsin and the great cheese there. Dry mustard actually makes cheese sauce cheesier and makes it pop, y'all. Now we're putting in a tablespoon more of that awesome Stella Parm. Then we're gonna add in a 1/2 cup of the Grand Cru cheese, baby. Roth, they make it is unreal for melting, for mac and cheeses, for bechamels. This is killer. So we're gonna throw that in. About a tablespoon of fresh parsley for some color, and then just keep stirring it till the cheese melts evenly, and then we've got our delicious, super thick cheese sauce. Woo! Much respect to the great Badger State and the artisanal cheesemakers, masters of cheese. We just mastered, and you're gonna master too, the stuffed artichoke. So you get your leaf, your stuffing, and that cheesy bechamel sauce. Pull a leaf and don't leave nothing on the table. Spatchcock Funk, Wisconsin cheese.
Patrick's Day is Monday, and there are a lot of different ways to celebrate, especially over the weekend. You can take part in Irish food, Irish drink, and Irish dance.
Sure can. Chris Lopez has been getting a head start on all of this. He's got the drinking portion out of the way. Today is the dancing portion. He is live for us at this hour at Rochester Academy of Irish Dance. And it looks like, is he in there? Is he in that lineup?
There he is.
Oh, there he is. Oh, gosh, looking gorgeous as ever. Take it away.
I got the wig, I have the crown on, I have the socks on, I am ready to go. First and foremost, we're gonna, it's the three hand? Yes. We're rocking the three hand, and then I'm gonna send it off to them for a proper send off back to you guys. They will see you guys as well, see us at the parade on Saturday, St. Patrick's Day. Let's get this money, shall we? Okay.
5, 6, steady. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Drop 4, 2, 3. Follow 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. Catch 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Drop 4, 2, 3. Follow 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. Catch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back 2, 3. Back 2, 3. Slash 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back 2, 3. Back 2, 3.
Boom, boom. Right down the line before we cut it away. Boom, 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 boom. These ladies are gonna get the hard shoes going on. They hopped off the ghillie. Check them out. Check us out this Saturday at the St. Patty's Day Parade. You can see them, the talented individuals. You can see us, the less talented individuals, walking down. I'm going to send it back to you guys in studio.
Yeah.
Chris, I think you should. Yes, that
Big
was
round
they
of
were
applause for that.
phenomenal.
Oh my gosh.
Phenomenal. I would love to see Chris join them on Saturday and dance.
I also would, and Chris, we were talking, we all love the wig. We think that you need that permanently.
Yeah, can you
Those
keep that?
curls are beautiful.
Yeah, the way they bounce when you run, my friend. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard and I read in my contract that I can't change my appearance, or else I'll get fired.
Darn.
So I can't, unfortunately, get this wig on.
Because they really do it for you.
Yeah. It's a shame. All right, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Time right now, 8:47. Much more to get to here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back. We're going behind the story this Wednesday morning.
We are back right after this. 8:49 this Wednesday morning. Welcome back. We are going behind the story this Wednesday, bringing you some of the latest on top headlines that we've been following.
Yeah, we're going to turn now to the latest in the murder of Sam Nordquist, a transgender man from Minnesota who was killed last month while staying in Ontario County.
The 7 suspects accused in that brutal murder all appeared in court yesterday, pleading not guilty to all the charges filed against them, including first-degree murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy.
This really is just a devastating and tragic story with some really horrific details. We did bring that indictment news conference live to our viewers just last week, and we learned one piece of that story, which is truly heartbreaking. The accusations and charges of coercion against Precious Arzwaga, the individual that Sam moved to the area to start a relationship with. Those accusations being that Precious coerced 2 children to take part in the torture of Sam Nordquist prior to his death. And it really is just so unbelievable and devastating.
Yeah, and we've heard members of law enforcement and the district attorney weigh in on this, and we've said it several times, but again, just to reiterate it, they have said time and time again that this is the worst case that they have ever seen. The torture that Sam endured was horrific, and just what he went through for a little more than a month, nobody should ever have to experience. What they are accused of doing to him, truly jaw-dropping.
Yeah, and this was just the early stages arraignment when it comes to all of these charges and what's to come when it comes to these suspects. But in terms of the children that may have been involved, ages 7 and 12, that did come up yesterday. Orders of protection were issued for those children. But this is the first time we are seeing each of the different suspects appear in court. We did get a chance to speak with an attorney who was representing one of those accused, Thomas Eves, talking about several things. I think an important thing that also came out of yesterday was the question about coverage. So, for example, there were opportunities where some defense attorneys wanted to make sure that some prosecutors couldn't speak to the media. This is obviously a case that we have been covering other stations. It's made national headlines. So they were concerned about what that could mean for maybe the jury pool. And I know that we do have sound from the district attorney when it comes to that in terms of making sure that the suspects have a fair trial.
No, certainly, I mean, we have an obligation to make sure that we don't poison the jury pool. We're going to be very cautious about the things we say. Certainly, you know, it's still an ongoing investigation as well, so there's a lot to do and a lot of work to do, and we want to make sure we're able to try these people with a jury of their peers in a fair setting.
Yeah, jury of their peers. I want to make note also of the fact that some of these individuals who are accused in this crime are no stranger to law enforcement. I want to see if we can pull up their pictures again, just so you can put a face to the name here. We know that Thomas was identified as the son of Precious Arzwaga. He's right there at the bottom on the right-hand side in the maroon shirt. And we also have Kyle Sage, who is in the middle of your screen on the top row, convicted of larceny and indecent material, disseminating that indecent material to a minor. Patrick Goodwin, who you see right there on the right side of your screen, top row, convicted of first-degree criminal sex act and sexual abuse involving a victim under the age of 11. And then Precious Arzwaga, who you see in the orange jumpsuit, the only one not in street clothes, 4 misdemeanor convictions, including petty larceny, criminal trespassing, and sale of an imitation-controlled substance.
There are 2 lingering questions that I imagine will come out during the trial and will shine a lot of light on these accusations and potentially be damning evidence or not. But the first being, what was the relationship between these 8 individuals, the 7 now facing charges and Sam Nordquist being the 8th? And what changed in that relationship that led to the disgusting torture and death, the murder of Sam Nordquist? It's a question we tried to ask last week, and there was no real resolve to it. And of course, law enforcement at this point in time, there is so much information they have to withhold to protect this case. They can't put down their full hand in front of the public at this point. All of that will play out in the court of law. But I really think that information will really tell the story of how this played out and what actually unfolded.
Yeah, we know the investigation is still ongoing. There's a lot of evidence. We heard from an attorney yesterday. 1 terabyte, I think, was the amount that he threw out there, but a lot for them to go through and connect to all of these different suspects.
Yeah, we know plenty of evidence removed from Patty's lodge. And we also know that cell phones and computers and other electronic devices were taken into custody. And I'm sure that investigators are sifting through all of that information.
Potentially
like you said,
video evidence.
Yeah, trying to connect the dots to figure out what exactly happened, why it happened, and the events that led up to it.
Yeah. Really a tragic story, but one that we will continue to follow for you here, both on air and online. You can find all of our coverage on 13wham.com.
Stick around. We have much more to get to here as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour.
We're back after this. Wednesday morning. I'm Stephanie Joseph. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's your ARC Rochester news break. Major changes are coming to the Department of Education, with nearly half its workforce set to be cut. The department confirmed the move in a statement, calling it part of President Trump's plan to downsize the federal government. Democrats, though, are pushing back, warning the cuts could have a devastating impact on schools and students nationwide. Rochester police say a suspect is in custody after an early morning stabbing on Central Park near Niagara Street. We're told officers arrived to the scene around 4:45, and around that same time, the victim, a 43-year-old man, arrived at RGH. He is expected to survive. While they do have a suspect in custody, police are asking anyone who can provide any information to call 911. And we've learned more this morning about a serious crash in Wayne County. It happened Monday afternoon on Clark Road in Arcadia. Deputies say 47-year-old Brett Hedrick's truck left the road, hit a tree, and caught fire. He was airlifted to Strong Memorial with multiple severe injuries. No word yet on his condition. Now, for all of these top stories and any updates, be sure to visit 13wham.com. Stick around. ARC Rochester is back right after this.
March 12th. Thanks for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. That is meteorologist Mark McLean. He joins us for a look at the answer to today's trivia question. This one, solid question. I tried to trip you up earlier to get the answer, and you didn't.
I think, what did you guess?
Did you
we didn't
enter
know.
a
Oh, you didn't
give
guess.
a guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for everybody that missed it, what's the snowiest March on record for Rochester? And A is 54, B 47 inches of snow, C 40, or D 35 inches of snow.
Before you give the answer,
Yes.
do we want to go over some of the guesses?
Bull always, he's always there. He's always participating. He says C on Twitter. Aaron Scarlotta on Facebook said B for the answer. And what do our resident experts over here say?
Resident expert.
Wait, there was another comment on Facebook. Daniel wrote, "Why would you even ask a thing like this? You're tempting fate."
Well, there is that side of things. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am guessing 47 inches.
You are?
That's a big number.
I'm going to go, I'll go with 40.
Okay, and the answer is
Wow.
actually 54
Oh my
inches.
gosh.
That's a lot of snow, right?
When was that?
I mean, that was back in the year 1900. So you got to go back a ways. No one experienced that. But we did have a big storm in 93 we're going to look back at tomorrow. The superstorm that had about almost half that amount of snow just in one day.
That's pretty incredible. I would make the argument, though, that in 1900 their rulers were different sizes, so
Okay.
47 is probably more.
Probably not an accurate measure. It has something to do with the metric system,
That's
right?
incredible, though.
Yeah, no, it is. That's a lot of snow. That's a lot of snow. Fortunately, your sidewalk today is not going to have that on it. For our walkers out there this morning, the old sidewalk forecast is looking dry for you. So some good news there. And just to pair up that forecast, we'll see temps on the colder side. We're in the 20s this morning, and today's the cold day of the bunch, upper 30s. I know you're looking at the weekend numbers, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with those numbers back in the 60s. And there he is again.
Look at that look. He's so sneaky.
He got into everything. Everything back there. It's going to be a breezy day for the parade, but your parade forecast Saturday looking pretty good. Temps in the mid-60s likely at the start, possibly upper 60s. If everything works out right, we'll keep that sprinkle away. But just keep that in the back of your mind that a sprinkle is a possibility on that day. And something else cool before parade day. Let's take a look at this. This is going to be Thursday night into Friday morning, so really into Friday morning. If you want to set your alarm clock, there's the possibility of a total lunar eclipse during that time. So this will start at about 2:30 for a lot of spots. It's full around 2:58. And what you're going to see there, if the weather cooperates, you see there were some clouds there. Watch the moon on the side of the screen. You see that? There it goes. There it's starting. The partial eclipse at 1:09. Watch the moon turn red. That's what it's going to look like at 2:26 in the morning.
Wow.
If we can keep those clouds away.
That is cool.
Isn't it cool? And
it is.
At 2:58, this is on the East Coast. At 2:58, it will be maximum, or the total eclipse. And that total eclipse coming to an end at 3:31 in the morning, and the partial eclipse ending at 4:47 in the morning. So, and you asked earlier this week, when was the next lunar eclipse?
Yeah.
It's at the bottom there, March 3rd.
Next
year. So it'll be about a year away. So
all right, very cool.
Pretty cool, right?
I really hope you can see it. I hope
Yeah.
that the clouds kind of move away.
Yeah.
Either way, we want you to go outside. If it's out there, take your camera.
Yeah.
Snap a couple of photos. We want you to share those with us via Chime In. Ashley, do we have the QR code? There it is.
That's cool.
QR code right here on your screen. Scan it. It'll tell you where to share those photos. We'll start showing them to you throughout the 5 a.m. hour.
Yeah.
that'd be great.
If you take those photos and it's clear out there.
And 13 WHAM photojournalist John Washington is going to do a time
Yes.
lapse. If it all works out, we'll have a nice time lapse to show you of that progression from the white color to that dark red color.
That'll
and
be
back
so
out.
cool.
That would be cool. Hopefully, hopefully we won't have the same experience that we had with the total solar eclipse.
Yeah.
Listen, that happened once.
I know.
I feel like we got to cut us a break here, right?
I know. We'll see. We'll see.
Let us see something.
There's a few clouds around, but it's not impossible that we'll get to see it in Western New York.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. That's on Friday. Yeah, Friday
early morning. So when you're
Okay.
walking in the door, look up.
And it'll be nice too because it won't be too cold. You know, usually you
temperatures
just
are
kind of
mild.
like glance up and you're like, oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, you'll be able to linger for a little
You
while
can stand outside for a minute.
It'll probably be in the upper 30s to near 40 for that, which is closer to a normal high temperature
Yeah.
for this time of the year. And of course, the afternoon will be
Downright
back in the
balmy.
60s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Hey,
I was just going to let you take it.
stick around. When we come back, we're getting some advice on where to book your next big getaway.
And don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. Stream us live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. Ark Rochester returns after this.
All right, 9:10 this morning. We've all been getting teased a bit with some of that warmer weather, and with spring right around the corner, it's time to start planning those family vacations.
Yeah, for a little bit of advice on where to go to make some good memories, we're joined now by travel expert Janine Tornator. Janine, good to see you. Are those waves real behind you?
Where are you?
Yeah.
They are real behind me, yes. Well, we're talking about Florida destinations today. And one of my number one tips is really finding these destinations when you're traveling with your family, especially that are really easy to get to, because you just want to get there and start your vacation, right? So I love some of these Florida destinations we're going to talk about today for just that reason. We're going to talk about Amelia Island. It's just a 30-minute drive north of Jacksonville International Airport. Beautiful, stunning beaches. I love this one for multi-gen vacations. And then also the Palm Beaches. There's over 200 daily flights into Palm Beach International Airport, and it sits on this beautiful 50 miles of Atlantic coastline that goes from Jupiter down to Boca Raton. So both of these are really great options. They're easy to get to start that vacation right away.
I mean, it's gorgeous imagery. People love it. Especially when you're in the New York region, you want that sun. You want that summer feeling for as long as you can get it. What else are people looking for when it comes to vacations?
Well, look, people are looking for places where you can blend your family's experiences, right? I have 3 kids. We have to find somewhere where there's something for everyone. And it's pretty easy to do in these Florida places. And that's one of the reasons we love them, is because there's so many different types of things that you can do. So for example, in the Palm Beaches, one of the things we love, because we love getting outdoors, is these really cool wildlife encounters they have. There's Manatee Lagoon. There's snorkeling with tropical fish at Phil Foster Park. You can even go meet sea turtles at Loggerhead Marine Life Center. And then, of course, there's scuba diving here. But I love it because Pure Vita Divers takes you to some places that you really don't expect. And then up in Amelia Island, they were named the #1 best island in the U.S. What I love about this place is there's this really cool mix of history and adventure. Of course, they have a charming downtown, but you can go horseback riding, take sunset cruises. There's a really cool 19th century fort called Fort Clinch State.
Uh-oh. Janine, it looked...
Not just my kids love that, I love as well.
Janine, sorry, we lost you.
Yeah, we lost you there for a second.
It looks like we may have an error message. Oh, no, it
there
just
we go.
Went
away.
Right, good. Sorry,
You're back.
Janine. We appreciate it. Okay, so you were talking a little bit about the history and some of the other things that families
kind of
can experience.
incorporating all of the action and the adventure with the relaxation, with that downtime, which really sounds incredible.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really what it's all about. The other thing that I think is really important when you go to any destination is, especially with your family, is really choosing the right hotel. I think a lot of people don't realize how important that is. For example, one of the things I always look for are resorts that have these great supervised kids clubs. So we do a lot together as a family, of course, but then the kids can go do their thing, have their independence, while we can take some time to relax and rejuvenate as well. I love Amelia Island because they have all these great vacation rental homes. We travel multi-gen a lot with my parents, so the grandparents are there. You get these great accommodations and rooms to spread out, but they also have fantastic resorts. A couple of my favorites to add to your list: the Omni Amelia Island Resort and Spa, and of course the Ritz-Carlton Amelia Island. You can't go wrong there. But they have the great educational kids programming at these resorts. And down at the Palm Beaches, you know, they were actually coined America's first resort destination. So they have a ton of these great world-renowned resorts that cater specific to families. The Palm Beach Marriott Singer Island Resort and Spa, another one of my family's favorites. And then, of course, again, you can't go wrong with the Four Seasons Resort Palm Beach. So these are really great options for families specifically.
Yeah, you know, just looking at it, it reminds me of like a Sandals vacation or some other all-inclusive that is out of the country, but this is Florida. So, you know, it's a hop, skip, and a jump to get there.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what's key as well. And then before we go really quick, the last thing that I always make sure to plan out a little bit when I'm vacationing are where are we going to eat? That's always important, right? And the biggest thing that I look for are restaurants with a relaxed atmosphere. I love these destinations for that as well, because of course you get the great outdoor dining, you get fresh off the boat seafood, something that everyone's going to enjoy, but you get these family-friendly restaurants. It's really cool on Amelia Island too. A lot of the restaurants even have playgrounds. So make sure you're thinking about that when you're planning these vacations.
Janine, one last question before we let you go. Are you hiring, and how do we get that job?
Yeah, because Dan, I feel like you ask me this every time I come on.
Because maybe I'm trying to tell you something, Janine.
It's like the dream job.
I know. We were talking during the commercial break. I looked at Abigail and I said, how do you get this job to have a background like that and to get to go around? And Abby's like, I just want to eat food and write about it. I said, I just want to eat food and nap. Like, that just seems like a dream.
You guys are journalists. You can make it happen.
All right, listen, if you have faith in us, we will try. Janine Tornatore, hit people at home with the social media if they want to follow you on your journey, your adventures, and learn more.
Yeah, you can absolutely follow me. I'm at The Outside Insider on Instagram, but I would also recommend hitting up visitflorida.com/family, because that's where you can go for a lot of these great family-friendly destinations.
Terrific.
Good stuff. Janine,
thank you so much.
Always good to see you, my friend. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks.
Time right now, 9:16. We have a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester.
Stick around. We are back on the other side of the break. for sticking with us. 9:18 this Wednesday morning. It is time to take a look at what is trending today. We're going to start things out with the world of Disney making some big news, Abigail.
Yeah, new details just announced about 2 new rides that are currently in the works.
Okay, so the first one, it's Cars inspired. It's an attraction that's coming to the Magic Kingdom. The ride will feature off-road vehicles to simulate the feeling of racing over some rocky terrain and ascending mountain peaks and dodging around geysers.
I'm just going to say, I feel like this would make me motion sick almost instantly.
I don't know. I think it could be fun.
It'll be fun, 1000%. I would need a Dramamine before I go, though.
Well, we can make that happen.
Yeah. Okay, so according to the announcement, Disney Imagineers traveled to the Arizona desert to test some of their ideas for the ride. Disney releasing potential illustration ideas for what the vehicles could look like.
I mean, it looks pretty cool.
It does. Yeah.
It does. It does.
Super cool.
Okay, so the second ride is a coaster. It's a Monsters, Inc. ride that's coming to Hollywood Studios. It's Disney's first ever vertical lift ride, taking riders up and suspending them in the air.
What? Okay, the ride is inspired by the door vault in the movie. Disney has not announced when either ride will open. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta go back. I gotta see this.
We got to see it again.
Yeah. Okay,
Here we
so
go.
up
Okay,
like
so
that.
taking you up.
Oh,
and
then
like in the movie, it opens
Yep.
the door here.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it doesn't.
Oh, like that.
Like that.
Okay. Okay.
So your feet are dangling like that. I don't know. It looks like fun.
It does. I'm surprised that that's their first, though. I haven't been to Disney since I was a little kid, so I
was
don't
there
remember.
in 1997. It was a blast.
Yeah.
I'd go back, but
Yeah.
not by myself. Need some kids, I guess. Hey, let's. I'm not asking to take your children.
Kind of seems like
okay?
he's going to pay, too.
No,
so
no,
send your
no. That's the issue.
It's so
That's
expensive.
the issue.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, Uncle Dan.
Fun Uncle Dan.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. We're going to move along now to a unique pairing that has raised a couple of eyebrows.
Yeah, an Australian pizza chain is offering customers a ham and orange pizza. The restaurant said they want to take the pineapple pizza debate up a whole new level and try something a little new.
No, the pizza features tomato base, ham, fresh orange, and mozzarella cheese.
The company started marketing the new flavor as break the pineapple divide, try orange instead.
Social media users had a strong reaction to this pizza, some declaring it was revolting. Yeah, while others say it could be a really good pairing. Okay, speaking of pizza, I'm going to sidebar here. Last week, we had those seltzers that were pizza-flavored seltzers, okay?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah,
I took a couple home, gave them out to some family members. I get a text from my father yesterday morning. He said, that pizza drink that you sent home is by far the worst thing that has ever passed over my lips. He said, it's truly disgusting, isn't it? He said, whoever thought this would have been a good idea, or who would have thought that canning this was a good idea?
Oh, my gosh.
I said, it's a novelty item, Dad, you know? I can't believe he tried it.
I can't believe he did either.
Yeah, willingly.
And, I agree. It was so bad. You know who did like it, though?
John Hannah.
Producer John Hannah texted me over the weekend and said, was this any good? And because I am the way I am, I said, yeah, it's great. You should try it.
I said the same thing to him. He texted me the same time.
Give me some. Yeah.
We both lied to him. He drank it
and
and
he
liked
liked
it.
it.
He liked it.
Which is, I guess, that's what we get.
I suppose it also speaks to the kind of person that John Hannah is.
Yeah.
All right. Another pairing you probably never thought would have been a good one. Haribo gummies, bears, and Crocs. Oh.
Okay. The Clog Company announced the collaboration of a shoe that incorporates elements of the candy brand. The shoe is made of a translucent material that mimics the look of gummy bears.
Okay. These immediately remind me of, you may have owned these. They may have been before your time, but jellies?
The shoes?
Jelly shoes?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
what this
I have
looks
them.
like.
Yeah.
Okay, so this also comes with special gibbet charms, including oversized gummy bears.
Yeah, the company says the footwear and its accessories are set to be released this morning at 11 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, get me online, somebody now.
Ashley, we got to try them.
Yes. Adult sizes are $70.
It's only our budget for the next 7 weeks.
$70 for a pair of Crocs? It's colored foam.
Yeah. Kid
No.
sizes are $50.
Save your money.
I, believe it or not, my very good friend, I could see her wearing these.
Who?
1 million per friend. My friend Jamie.
Oh,
Jamie.
okay.
I could see her wearing these without question.
No.
Like, for a legitimate outfit.
Listen.
And she would rock them.
I understand the comfort of Crocs, but they are made to be worn in the home only and when no one else is around. That's it.
Home shoes.
They are not meant to go outside.
You wear your flip-flops in the house.
Yes, and only in the house. I won't wear them outside. Feet are made to be covered. Okay. Another food story for you this Wednesday morning. We're less than a week away from St. Patrick's Day, and Krispy Kreme is celebrating, and they're helping you celebrate too.
Yeah, the chain is releasing a holiday collection inspired donuts, which you can see right there. The lineup includes a pot of gold donut, which is the original glazed, dipped in golden caramel flavored icing, topped with caramel flavored buttercream and gold coin glitter sprinkles. There's a lot going on
That's
there.
a lot going on a single donut.
Yeah.
That swirl one's neat looking. There's the Over the Rainbow donut. It's unglazed, and it's filled with cake batter flavored cream,
Oh my.
dipped in light green icing, topped with shamrock rainbow sprinkles, and a sugar rainbow piece.
Wow.
Again, it's, I don't know. Just the donut, just a donut, a plain glazed donut, right on.
Yeah, I'd eat them if you put them in front of me.
Less is usually more.
Yeah, I'd still try them.
Well, yeah.
You know, I wouldn't
mean,
say no.
I'm not going to let them go to waste.
Yeah.
There is the Choco Shenanigans donut. It's an unglazed donut filled with white cream dipped in chocolate icing that's topped with a green icing drizzle and gold coin glitter sprinkles.
Yeah, and then there's the St. Patty's swirl donut. It's the original glazed, dipped in white icing with a green swirl and dipped in white and gold sanding sugar.
Okay, so here's part of my qualms with this. Ready?
Because you've got to have qualms.
I do. I've got issues with everything. You're going to go to the store, drive to Pennsylvania to get them?
No,
Where's
I'm not.
Krispy Kreme?
Well, I'm not.
I think isn't the closest one in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah, Erie, PA. You drive all the way to Erie, PA to get yourself a dozen of these gorgeous donuts, and you show up and they don't look anything like this.
Well, they might.
No. The promo photos of the food, they spend lots of time making everything look perfect. The rainbow's going to be stuck on the side. That swirl's not going to be swirling the way that is. Your little gold coin sprinkles are going to be everywhere, not just at the center of that pot of gold. I got nothing against Krispy Kreme because they can make a donut. But it doesn't ever look like this.
You know, I don't know.
The McDonald's stuff doesn't ever look like that either.
My sister-in-law worked at Dunkin' Donuts, and she always did a very good job decorating the donuts.
Well, then does she work at Krispy Kreme now?
No.
No? Well,
no.
then, there you go.
She's going to be a nurse.
Oh, well, okay.
There you go.
Hey, they're
Shout
also
out to her.
bringing back the original glazed donut. Where did it go?
The original, I think, is what it was.
Go
Could we
back
scroll
in
back up
that?
the prompter just for a second. The original.
Oh, the original glazed donut, whatever that is, which is the brand's famous original glazed donut turned green.
There we go. Okay.
Got it.
Yep. In addition to the donuts, Krispy Kreme is also giving away a pot of gold pass. Thousands of customers will get free donuts for a year.
Okay, that's not a bad deal. The closest Krispy Kreme, Erie, Pennsylvania. Are you going to drive to get them?
No. Would I drive to get them? No.
Would you eat them if someone drove to get them for you?
Are you going to drive to Pennsylvania?
No, I'm not going to drive to Pennsylvania. But somebody out there, our address here at the station is 4225 West Henrietta Road. If you're in the neighborhood, drop them off. We're not going to say no.
No, of course we wouldn't.
And the Krispy Kreme people, they watch this show every morning.
Huge fans.
Big fans.
Big in Pennsylvania.
Yes. Hey, stick around. We've got to come right here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this.
sticking with us at 9:31 right here on ARC Rochester. We are looking ahead this morning to a weekend full of a very special and beloved celebration.
Yeah, this weekend the Rochester area is being treated to a variety of Irish-themed events, and a big one is happening downtown this Saturday.
Certainly is. We're looking ahead to the top St. Patrick's Day Parade, and here to tell us more about the parade, we have committee members Kate McBride and Mark Dowdell. Thank you both so much for waking up bright and early and coming in. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So I imagine most of the preparation is done because we're only a couple of days away. What can we expect this year?
Well, first of all, there's going to be the weather that is a change of all seasons for us this year as opposed to years in past. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
Rochester weather in March is always unpredictable, but it looks like 65 degrees in that neighborhood. And we're looking forward to some fair skies. Little precipitation we could do with, but we'd rather do without it. Other than that, we're looking at a large lineup of the same contingent of marchers from years gone by, 9 bands, 7 dance schools. The entire Rochester Irish community will be out there, plus some other people that claim to be Irish for the day.
That's right.
Because it's one of those holidays where anybody can
Yeah,
celebrate.
everybody's
Irish. And it's just so much fun. I mean, we've been saying it for a week now. Oh, hey, there we are.
Look at that.
It really is just such a fun time, and it's like saying goodbye to winter and welcoming in the new season of spring and sunshine and happiness.
That's right. It's really Rochester's hometown parade, and it's the biggest single-day event in the city of Rochester. And just like you said, I think it really kicks off the outdoor festival season, and everybody wants to come out. And it will tell you a little bit about where to go.
Yeah.
So it starts at 12:30 p.m. and it steps off right at the corner of East and Alexander.
Very good.
Very nice. I want to talk, if we can, go back a little bit, backtrack here, and talk about the prep work, because it does not come together overnight.
No, that's absolutely right. We are a year-long project. We start meeting again in April for next year's parade. We take a couple of months off in the summertime, but it is very work-oriented in terms of we need sponsors, we need volunteers, we need dancers, we need bands. Everything's got to be planned out, and the details seem like they would just flow smoothly. But as you know, any large event like this, there's always glitches and there's always things that slow you down. We put out fires all this week, but fortunately, by the time Saturday comes around, everybody's lined up and marching in the right direction.
You talked a bit about the bands and the dancers. Out of everything, what are you most looking forward to for the parade this year?
I just love seeing the crowd.
The people.
Everybody comes down, and it really brings out people from all walks of life, and it's such a great event. And we have some other things going on, too. That morning, there's a beautiful Mass at St. Mary's downtown at 9 o'clock, celebrated by Bishop Montano. There's the Running of the Green, which is a 5-mile race at Parcel 5 that's brought to you by the YMCA of Greater Rochester and URMC. We have a flag-raising ceremony at the county office building where we'll have bagpipers and dancers and introduce all of our honorees. And then the parade is at 12:30, but also we have at our parade headquarters, which is the Hilton Garden Inn, from 1 to 4, we have the Celtic Family Fair. It's a wonderful event for families and young kids.
Oh, wow. What can people expect there?
We have the Up Guys comedy variety show. We have a photo booth. Irish dancers will be stopping by. The Zoomobile. All kinds of great things.
That's really incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it's a year's worth of planning.
It is.
And it sounds like a year's worth of planning to accomplish
is.
all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Really incredible.
What is your advice for parking for the parade, or honestly any of the events downtown? I imagine it's going to be, I don't want to say a challenge, but tight.
A lot of the roads get closed off, but there are north and south thoroughfares that you can get through. All of the parking garages, as I understand, are going to be free this year again for the parade.
The city.
It's smart to park in the front of the parade or in the back of the parade, or if you're really wise, a location at both sides, because then you could drop somebody off, pick up your car at the end, and go drop them back off again in the beginning.
That is the way to do it. And if you're driving down there and you want to pick us up along your way, we would love the ride. It's really an incredible adventure, and you both mentioned the people really making that parade.
Yeah.
And it's something we were discussing earlier in the show, how if it weren't for those crowds, we're just a bunch of crazy people walking down the center of the street,
Yeah,
you know?
that's right.
was so much fun last year, so we are so excited to be taking part again this year.
Well, great. Well, we're so happy to have you.
Glad to have you along as a sponsor, and we're looking forward to our March in March.
Excellent. For somebody sitting at home who's interested, what's a good website for them to go and find all the events or good social media?
We are located at rochesterparade.com. We have a presence on Facebook.
Right.
And if you go to the website, you'll find virtually anything you need to understand or where to locate your lineup. Everybody wants to know where their placement is in the lineup. Go there. The lineup should be up there sometime today.
Perfect. And we will post all of that information for you at home on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
Stick around. We still have a lot to get to here on Arc Rochester. When we come back, our interview with Don Johnson. Welcome back. Tomorrow night on 13 Wham, you can catch the second part of a shark attack on a cruise ship on ABC's Dr. Odyssey.
The ship's captain is none other than the icon Don Johnson. Our executive producer, Mike DeGiorgio, was able to get a few minutes with Don about how much fun he's having on this new series. Here's their conversation.
I appreciate you doing this. It's funny, most of my staff right now are in these meetings. There's 1,000 meetings a day, but I was not going to pass up an opportunity to talk to Don Johnson. It's a pleasant surprise to get an email that this opportunity is here.
That's so nice of you to say. Thank you.
And it's funny, I use the term pleasant surprise because I think about that a lot of times when I think about your roles the last few years. I'll hear about a project that's really, really cool. At Django Unchained, there's a Knives Out, there's a Dr. Odyssey. Don Johnson's there on my screen. It's fantastic. What do you look when you're looking for roles? What are your criteria for these days?
You know, well, first of all, let's just admit that it's pretty darn sweet to still be on the menu.
I'm sure.
And I look for, I look for things that that challenge me. The first thing I look for is something that's if it's hard and if it's difficult and if it scares me, then I go, okay, I got to do that. I got to figure out how I can do that. And because ultimately, and I won't get too philosophical here, but I think that what's happening between the performer and the audience, it's kind of a healing for us, and I think it's shared with the audience. And so that's the way I approach each one of these parts and roles and stuff like that. And the reason I said if it scares me, then it's something that I want to get into, and it usually resonates with my audience.
And we're talking very seriously and very philosophically about roles. But Dr. Odyssey just sounds like a lot of fun to me. And am I reading that right?
You are reading it correctly. It's a blast. I mean, we are very nimble on the Odyssey. We can go from comedy and pathos and fantasy to hardcore action adventure, and then switch again, and make you cry.
I admit I have not had a chance to see it yet. My wife has been watching. I know she's getting a kick. I work some early morning hours, so I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of primetime TV. But my wife is getting such a kick out of it, and was always updating me on a kind of a what will they do next kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what it's like? You're getting the scripts. You
know something? I do. Of course, I get the scripts, but I have taken I've taken an approach as an advisor.
Okay.
I'm not going to do the work, but I will advise you as how best to do it.
Right. And then we're seeing the promos, sharks. I'm seeing the animated sharks in these promos coming for the ship.
Yeah.
First of all, without spoilers, you got to explain to me why sharks are a danger for an ocean liner.
You have to watch the episode because it will show you why the sharks got so interested.
Okay.
And then it will show you what happens when the orcas, who are naturally enemies of the sharks, what happens when they show up.
There we go. Okay. So you're definitely hitting on the zeitgeist with the shark thing between Shark Week and Sharknado.
Well, that wasn't like I said, I don't organize them, I just advise. But I thought it was a great idea.
Tell me about your part. You're the ship's captain, I know. But tell me a little bit about this guy.
The captain is he's a little bit of a father figure. He's a little bit of a disciplinarian. In the captain we trust. And what I tried to do with Captain Massey is play him to command respect, not demand it. Okay. All of the best leaders that I've ever encountered were all men that you wanted to follow, that you wanted to be around them because they carried with them a sense of calm and authority and know-how. And that's what I've tried to bring to Captain Massey.
Anybody specific come to mind when you say that? When you're talking about some leaders? Anybody?
No, I'm not going there. I already got in trouble once this morning for going there.
I saw a lot of the reviews. People are comparing it, like they throw out the Love Boat comparisons at times and saying it's not your father's Love Boat, that kind of thing. But it's not that realm necessarily here, this show.
Not even close.
Not even close.
People, I don't know why that happens, but it's a natural instinct where, anybody that thinks of a ship, they think of what they saw before and try to make some correlation. But Dr. Odyssey is definitely not the Love Boat, although there's a lot of love on it.
All right. If I remember right, Shania Twain already for you.
Shania Twain, I had the great fortune of getting to be a romantic interest with Shania Twain. That was fantastic for me because I've had a crush on her since the 80s.
Anybody else coming up that?
Well, Rumor Willis is in the show. Kelsey Ballerini was in the show. John Stamos in the show. Angela Bassett comes and makes a visit on the show. And that's all I can remember off the top of my head. But I know I'm forgetting some really great guest stars.
But you guys aren't kidding around, for sure.
We're kidding around, but you don't see it.
All right. Should you survive the sharks, you, Captain Massey, what's ahead for the captain in the show after this?
Well, the orcas and are up next. You mean beyond the show?
Yeah.
Oh, beyond the show. I'm going to make a movie this spring that I'm pretty excited about. I've been carrying it around for a while, and I finally got old enough to play it. So I'm gonna make that. It's called The Bullfighter, and we're gonna have. We're gonna make that with William H. Macy, and it's gonna be nice. You're gonna like it.
Nice. Now it won't be a pleasant surprise for me. I'll be able to. I know it's coming, and I'll watch for you. I know you got a busy morning ahead of you, Don, so I'll let you go. So appreciate the time. Rochester says hello to you.
Thanks, Rochester.
(9:49) this Wednesday. March is Women's History Month, and there are plenty of events in our area to celebrate. For those looking to enjoy some music, we've got the perfect event for you.
Yeah, 5x5 is hosting a chamber music ensemble concert on March 30th. And we have a member here this morning giving us a preview. We're joined now by Marcy Bacon. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. It's my pleasure.
Tell us a little bit about 5x5 and your role with it.
Well, I'm the clarinetist in a chamber group with 5 musicians, and then we have a 6th beetle who adds a lot to us in terms of audio and visual experiences in our concerts and recordings. Our instrumentation is quite unusual for a chamber ensemble. We're all classically trained musicians. We have a flute, clarinet, double bass, piano, and electric guitar. And sometimes the electric guitar can sound very classical, like in a Spanish style or with that kind of clear resonant sound. And other times he plugs in all of his gear, his pedals, his effects, and we can get things like echoes and distortion. So there's so many colors in our color palette for the music that we make.
I like the way you phrase that, colors in the color palette.
How unique is that? Really incredible. Now, how long have you all been playing together?
We are coming up on our 10-year anniversary, so stay tuned for next year. But meanwhile, yeah, we've been playing together for quite a few years, and we have done quite a number of different kinds of projects, collaborating with all different people. So we're excited about this collaboration. We're with Emily Pinkerton. She is a well-known singer, songwriter, banjo player, and she does a lot of folk music, regional stuff from the Adirondacks to the Appalachian Mountains to the things that we're doing in this program. We're preparing a piece called Ephemeral Ballads, which is a world premiere that Emily was commissioned by us to write. And she received funding from the New York State Council on the Arts to actually do research in these what are called broadside ballads. They're these old-timey newspapers from the 1700s and 1800s. They were often written by these like songster poet guys who would take stories of women and maybe they were ghost stories or something that happened, and they were maybe part fact and part fiction, but they were not meant to be. They were like street literature. And so our collaborator, Emily Pinkerton, was able to do some research into some actual stories from those times. And then she took those stories and made songs that kind of give these women from those times a new voice.
That is really interesting. And I imagine that the banjo would open up a world of opportunities when it comes to the music that you can play as a group now.
Absolutely. I mean, it does give that sort of American sound to this set of songs. And Emily's going to be playing the banjo and singing sometimes simultaneously while we grew on the beats. So,
where did that idea come from to incorporate such a different kind of instrument into a chamber?
That is a good question. I know that this is not Emily's first collaboration with a group like ours. So the other songs that we're going to play on our program are a set of songs that she wrote several years ago along with her composer husband, Patrick Burke. They did a set of songs called Rounder Songs. So I think that because we already had the relationship with Emily from having played Rounder songs in the past, we were talking about what else we might be able to do together. And since she is also a musicologist who likes to study music of eras and genres, it was a good fit.
It's fascinating.
We're running low on time, but I do want to get to the event. Give us the details for when and where, and do people need tickets?
Yes, tickets are going to be available on our website, 5by5music.com. That's all spelled out, all lowercase, 5by5music.com. And if you go to events, you'll find both our Sunday, March 30th concert there with a ticket link way at the bottom. And there's also some other events happening on the 21st and 22nd in terms of a workshop where you can go learn about 18th century typesetting and those broadside ballad sheets.
Very cool. So it's not only entertainment, but it's also a learning experience.
Indeed.
Very nice.
Thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it. And break a leg, too. It sounds like it's going to be a fantastic show.
Thank you so much.
We'll put all the ticketing information for you at home over on foxrochester.com.
9:53 this morning. Stick around when we come back. This morning's Final Thoughts.
We're back after this.
9:56, and a good thing we are not stuck in our ways.
We're not?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Just talking here, people.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. We got time to kill. And, okay, final thoughts. Best moment of the day.
Yes.
Oh, I like talking about the St. Patty's Day parade there.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
Because we're excited about
Can't
that.
wait to see where we line up this year. You know, who are around. We were around some troublemakers last year.
I
We
wasn't
were.
mad about it.
I wasn't mad about it either.
We're kind of
good
hoping.
vibes. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And we'll find out in just a little bit where they are versus where we are, hopefully right next to one another. Quickly, though,
Yeah.
I want to get your reaction to the pizza and orange slices. Instead of pizza and pineapple,
Is that the Australian
pizza and
orange?
orange.
They're like putting actual orange pieces on
Yeah.
top of the.
Yeah, right there.
What
Right
was
there.
What was I doing during
Orange
that
has a
segment?
strong taste to it.
This is a real deal.
Signature smoked leg ham.
I like
First of all,
pineapple.
too.
Pineapple and ham is great on a pizza.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I love pineapple.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
canceled.
Not bad.
kids?
It's not my
No?
choice in topping.
It's delicious.
So no,
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
No, 100%.
yeah, we're hands down.
I might try it.
Yeah.
Hard
If it's
pass.
pizza. I'm not going to say no
Yeah.
unless it's
I would.
in beverage form.
This
And
from
then-
the guy that says he'll eat pizza for every meal of the
I
day.
would, not this pizza. That does it for us here on Arc Rochester. Much more news throughout the day. Make sure to wake up with us tomorrow morning, starting at 4:57 over on the other channel.
13 Wham ABC. That's where you'll find much more live local news later today for 13 Wham News at midday. We'll see you then.
Bye.